Welcome back, learners. Let's quickly look at our question. This is how the question looked like before we went to break, but it's still the same question. It did not change a bit. We had this triangle. It was triangle ABC for starters. But there's this information which was given to us. The information is as it appears. D and E are points. D and E are points on side AB and BC. BC, E will be here when D is there. Right, such that AD by DB, the ratio there is 2:3. It means this is 2 units, 2K units, and this is 3K units. And BE, where is BE? BE is here. BE is 4/3. BE is 4/3 of EC. It means EC is 3 units when BE is 4 units. Now they say if DK, this DK is parallel to AE, and AE and CD intersect at P. This is their point of intersection. If they intersect at that point, find the ratio CP is to PD. Remember, this is where D is. Now, the question is, when you are confronted with this type of a question, you first identify this side. That is, where does this side, what part of, what triangle does these sides belong to? When you look at this, it says CP over, or is to, the ratio CP is to PD. So it means what is this? The triangle in question should actually be triangle CBK. It should be this triangle. So whatever you are going to do, must show the proportionality between for this side and that side. That's why when we start saying, if we look at CP over PD, that must be equals to what? The side which is in proportion to that. It means it should be, when you look, we have taken this side CP over PD. So it means you must also take CE over EK. Remember, we don't have the magnitude of EK or KE. We don't have this. We don't have. Much as we don't. Or this one we have. So it means our unknowns would be the magnitude of this side, that side, and that side. And this is how I've written it. I've said CP over PD will be in proportion to 3P. Why 3P? Because 3P now is represented by, represents side EC, which must be equals to, or which must be over EK, which we also don't know. Now that we have two unknowns here, it becomes extremely difficult for us to at least determine what EK will be, because indeed we don't have the magnitude for this and for that. We only have the magnitude of one side. However, let us go on and say, let's go to EK in another triangle. Remember, EK now belongs to how many triangles? It belongs to triangle CBK and can also belong to triangle ABE. These are the two triangles at which EK belongs to. So if we could not source out the information about EK from this triangle, we can always expand and say, let's try to check what will happen if we can source out information of EK from another triangle, and that triangle in question would be triangle ABE. I mean, let's have a look at that. It means we can source out an information from this about EK, because we could not get it. We could not get EK when we used this triangle. We had have quite a number of unknowns. Remember, the purpose of this is to determine this ratio. But since that we now have many unknowns, we can always go to the second triangle to say, let's have a look what's happening in triangle ABE. In triangle ABE, if we say, let's let how do we define EK? EK over the longest side, which is BE. EK over the longest side, which is BE. But the magnitude, do we have the magnitude of BE? Yes. The magnitude of BE is 4P. EK, which is the same side that we are looking for in this triangle. It belongs to both triangles. So it becomes quite easy if we look it from the other triangle. So we are saying EK, the very same side, EK over BE or BE or EB, sorry, over BE, but fortunately we have the magnitude of BE as what? As 4P. So that's why we are going to address EB as not as EB but as 4P, because that is what has already been given to us. This must be equals to what? This must be equals to, we are now in this triangle. It must be equals to side AB, side AD, remember we have D here, AD over what? Remember, we have taken the shortest side over the longest side. So we must also take the shorter side over the longest side. So it means it's going to be, if we take EK over EB, it must be AD over what? Over AB. I'll repeat, AD over AB, because we have said EK over EB. So it has to be, that must be equals to AD over AB. That is what we should represent that. But we fortunately know the value of AD. AD is 2K. AD is 2K. That's why we are going to represent this in terms of 2K over AB. AB will be 5K. Remember, it's just an addition of 2 plus 3, which must give you 5K. Now, at least when we are here, we can able to move, because this will enable us to determine the EK that we could not solve with the first. Here we could not get it. But now that we have moved to this triangle, we have moved away from this because we could not get enough information. We have now come into this triangle. Now it means we can solve for EK. That's why we say EK over 4P must be equals to 2K over 5K. Then turning EK the subject of the formula makes EK to be equals to 8P over 5. That is the value of what? Of EK. That is the value of EK that we have now determined having used this. I mean, this is a simple mathematics that we can just carry on, having to turn the EK into the subject of the formula, and such that eventually the K cancels the K, it leaves you with 5. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8P. 8P divided by 5 is 8P divided by 5. 8P divided by 5. That is going to be the value of EK. Fine. But we know we still have that. We still have that hanging. We still have that hanging. Wherein we have said, when we started, we have said CP over PD must be equals to 3P over EK. And now that we have determined the value of EK, we can come and say, we know we substitute the EK with this value. The EK now is going to be substituted with this value. Where EK appears in the first equation, it will be substituted, and that is the simplest substitution that I've made, because I know that EK can be defined by 8P over 5. Right. Now, in mathematics, you know that when we divide, we must take up this value, we take it up, it's going to change. Now it's going to read as 5 over 8, where the P will cancel the 8. 3 multiplied by 5, this must give us 15. 15 over what? 15 over 8. And what is this? This is CP over PD. CP over PD. Remember, the question was for us to determine the ratio CP/PD. So it means the ratio CP/PD is 15:8. So that is what we have solved together.